In this special video, I want to show you how the way you drink water might be affecting your health more than you realize. By making a few simple adjustments, you can greatly enhance your well-being. You'll be surprised by the last part of this video. Before we begin, pay close attention to this story. It will help you understand the important lesson of this video. In the high mountains of the Himalayas lived a wise hermit, known for his wisdom and longevity. One day, a young adventurer decided to climb the mountain to seek his teachings. After days of hard climbing, he finally reached the wise man's cave. The young man, exhausted and thirsty, immediately took out his canteen and began gulping down water. The wise man, observing this, smiled and said, "Young man, I see you have come here seeking wisdom, but you don't even know how to drink water properly." Surprised, the young man asked, "How can there be a wrong way to drink water? Isn't it just about bringing it to your mouth and swallowing?" The wise man replied, "Ah, my young friend, that is precisely why so many people suffer unnecessarily. Water is life, but it must be respected and consumed wisely. No one gets sick from drinking water, but drinking it the wrong way can cause many problems in the body." The young man asked, "But what does it mean to drink water incorrectly?" The wise man responded, "The correct amount. How much water should we drink? One of the most common mistakes is drinking large amounts of water all at once, especially during or right after meals. Before we dive into this habit, if you find value in these videos, please subscribe and activate the bell to stay updated and get notification of our future videos. Though this habit seems harmless, but it can have surprising effects on our body. Flooding our system with large quantities of water all at once dilutes the gastric juices essential for digestion. This can lead to poor nutrient absorption and chronic digestive discomfort. Additionally, drinking cold water during meals can extinguish the digestive fire, as Ayurvedic practitioners say, complicating the digestion process. The young man nodded enthusiastically. "You see, my young friend," the old man continued, "the idea that everyone needs exactly 8 glasses of water a day is like saying all gardens need the same amount of watering. It's a myth that has persisted for years. The reality is much more fascinating." The wise man took a fallen leaf and held it up in front of the young man and said, "Just as every leaf is unique, so the needs of every human body are too. Your ideal hydration depends on factors such as your weight, physical activity, climate, and even your diet." "But master," the young man interrupted, "how can I know how much water I really need?" The old man smiled. "Excellent question. The key is to listen to your body, but not just to your thirst. Your urine is an excellent indicator. If it's light yellow, you're well hydrated. If it's dark, you need to drink more. Imagine your body as an orchestra," the wise man continued. "Each organ is an instrument that needs just the right amount of water to play in harmony. Drinking too much can be just as harmful as not drinking enough." Intrigued, the young man asked, "Is it true that coffee and tea dehydrate you?" "Ah, another common myth," the old man responded with a smile. "While caffeine has a slight diuretic effect, these beverages still contribute to your overall hydration. However, water remains the best option." The wise man continued, "A study by the Institute of Medicine of the United States suggests that men need about 3 liters of liquids a day and women 2.2 liters. But remember, this includes the water from the foods we eat. Think of your hydration as a delicate dance," the old man explained. "Too much water can dilute the electrolytes in your blood, while too little can cause fatigue and concentration problems. The trick is finding your perfect balance." Fascinated, the young man exclaimed, "It's like every glass of water is an important decision." The wise man laughed. "Don't stress too much. Your body is wise. If you drink when you're thirsty and eat a balanced diet with plenty of fruits and vegetables, you'll be on the right track. But there are times when you need to pay more attention," the old man warned. "During intense exercise, in hot climates, or when you're ill, your water needs increase. It's like watering your garden more on a hot day." The young man nodded, understanding the depth of this seemingly simple lesson. It's incredible how something as basic as drinking water can be so complex, he reflected. He realized that this lesson went far beyond just quenching thirst. It was a teaching about life itself and how to care for the body. "That's life, my young friend," the wise man replied. "The deepest truths are often hidden in the simplest things. The wisdom of timing, when to drink water." "Now you are ready to learn when we should drink water." The wise master smiled mischievously and said, "My son, water is like a powerful medicine. If you take it at the wrong time, it can lose its effect or even cause discomfort. But if you drink it at the right moment, oh, the wonders it can do. Imagine your body as a garden. Water is the rain that nourishes it. But what good is it to water the garden when the sun is at its highest, and the water evaporates before reaching the roots? The same thing happens with our bodies." The wise man began revealing the secrets of perfect timing. Upon waking, before the rooster crows, drink 1 or 2 glasses of water. It's like cleaning the dust that accumulated overnight in your stomach. But be careful. Wait an hour before having breakfast. Your stomach needs time to prepare for food. This wisdom is not just mountain folklore. Modern studies support this ancient practice. Drinking water on an empty stomach helps eliminate toxins and prepares your digestive system for the day. Before every meal, the wise man continued, drink a glass of water, but not right before. Do it about 15 minutes beforehand. It's like giving your stomach a heads up. Hey, food's on its way. This tip is pure gold. Drinking water before meals not only helps control your appetite, but also prepares your digestive system to process the food more efficiently. But here comes the part that surprises many, he added. After eating, wait. Water is patient and knows when its time is right. Wait at least an hour before drinking again. Why? Imagine you've just lit a fire to cook, and you pour water over it. What happens? It goes out, right? The same thing happens in your stomach. The gastric juices are like that fire, working hard to digest your food. If you dilute them with water, digestion slows down. This teaching aligns with what many modern nutritionists recommend. Drinking too much water right after eating can dilute stomach acids, making digestion harder. And when the sun sets, the wise man concluded, drink a little, but not too much. Water is life, but it also respects rest. You don't want to spend the night making trips to the bathroom, do you? With a wink, the wise man added, remember, water is your friend, but like any good friendship, it's about quality, not quantity. It's not about drowning your system, but nourishing it at the right times. This ancient wisdom reminds us that nature has its rhythms, and our body is part of that great cycle. By synchronizing our water intake with these natural rhythms, we can optimize our health and well-being. Wow, the young man exclaimed. Know the correct technique of drinking water? The correct technique of how to drink water. The wise man continued as the young man, intrigued by his words, leaned in closer. Master, he said, how is it possible that something as basic as drinking water can be done incorrectly? The old man smiled with wisdom. Observe how a small child drinks water, in small, frequent sips. Nature teaches us, but in our haste, we've forgotten to listen. The sage took a small glass of water and held it up in front of the young man. The key is to drink slowly. Imagine your body as a dry garden. If you pour a bucket of water all at once, much of it will run off without being absorbed. But if you water slowly, each drop nourishes the soil. This garden analogy is not only poetic but scientifically based. Dr. Feridun Batmangalij, author of Your Body's Many Cries for Water, explains that drinking water in small amounts throughout the day allows for better absorption and utilization by the body. So how should we drink water correctly? Asked the young man, eager to learn. The sage nodded and began to explain. First, sit up straight. Posture is important for the water to flow smoothly through your system. Then, take small sips, no more than a glass at a time. Savor each sip, almost as if you were tasting a fine wine. The young man couldn't help but laugh. Tasting water like wine? Master, you really know how to make even the most mundane tasks interesting. The old man smiled. Laughter is good. It helps relax the body, and a relaxed body absorbs water better. But back to the technique, he continued. After each sip, pause, breathe, and feel how the water nourishes your body. This technique is not only wise but backed by modern science. Studies have shown that drinking water slowly can improve hydration and prevent digestive issues like acidity and indigestion. But Master, interrupted the young man with a playful smile, I've seen athletes drink large amounts of water all at once. Isn't that sometimes necessary? The sage nodded. Good observation. In extreme situations, such as after intense exercise or in very hot climates, it may be necessary to drink more. However, even then, it's better to do so gradually. Remember, our body is wise but needs time to process. The Greek philosopher Heraclitus once said, "You cannot step into the same river twice." Similarly, each sip of water is a new opportunity to nourish your body. Every time you drink, you are renewing your cells and cleansing your system. Practice this technique for a week, advised the sage. Drink water as if it were the elixir of life because it truly is. You'll see how your energy increases, your skin improves, and your mind clears. The young man, excited by this new perspective, promised to follow the sage's advice. But Master, he asked with a mischievous smile, does this mean I'll have to meditate every time I drink water? The old man laughed heartily. Youth always seeks shortcuts. No, my young friend, it's not meditation, it's awareness. It's learning to listen to your body and give it what it needs in the way it needs it. The power of temperature. Warm water versus cold water. Now that you understand the importance of listening to your body, what do you think it would say about drinking ice-cold water on a hot day? This seemingly innocent question hides a truth that could forever change your relationship with water. The young man, intrigued, pondered for a moment. Well, Master, I suppose it would say that cold water is refreshing and quickly quenches thirst. The old man nodded in understanding. It's natural to think that way, but let me share a secret that ancient sages knew well. The temperature of the water we drink is as important as the quantity. Imagine your body as a delicate garden. Cold water is like a torrential downpour that can drown the plants, while warm water is like a gentle drizzle that nourishes each root. Modern science confirms this ancient wisdom. According to a study by the Spanish Society of Basic and Applied Nutrition, warm water is absorbed more quickly by the body, facilitating digestion and improving stomach health. It's like giving your body a hug from the inside, the sage continued. Furthermore, studies have shown that regular consumption of warm water can improve blood flow, which is crucial for maintaining a healthy heart and preventing cardiovascular diseases. An article published in the Journal of Clinical Gastroenterology suggests that drinking warm water can help alleviate pain associated with irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, a digestive disorder affecting many people today. But Master, the young man interrupted with a playful smile, does this mean I should give up my cold drinks in summer forever? The sage laughed. Youth in its extremes. No, my young friend, life is about balance. An occasional glass of cold water won't harm you, but for your daily health, warm or room temperature water is your best ally. The old man continued. Warm water helps break down the food we ingest, increasing digestive power and improving stomach health. It's like having a cleaning crew working efficiently in your digestive system. This wisdom is not new. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, recommended drinking warm water over 2,000 years ago. In traditional Chinese medicine, cold water is believed to extinguish digestive fire. Even in Ayurvedic medicine, warm water is thought to balance the doshas, the energies that govern our body and promote longevity and vitality. Think of your body as a finely tuned machine, explained the sage. Cold water makes your organs work harder to warm it up, diverting energy from other important processes. Warm water, on the other hand, flows harmoniously with your body temperature. The young man, fascinated, asked, "And what about drinking hot water, Master?" "Excellent question," replied the sage. Hot water, especially in the morning, can be very beneficial. It helps stimulate digestion, improves circulation, and can even relieve congestion. It's like gently waking up your body. In fact, Some studies suggest that starting the day with hot water can improve metabolism and promote weight loss. Dr. Feridun Batmangalij, in his book Your Body's Many Cries for Water, suggests that drinking warm water can even help prevent and alleviate headaches and migraines. Additionally, another benefit of hot water is its ability to detoxify the body by increasing sweating and eliminating toxins through the skin. Remember, continued the sage, your body is wise. Listen to it. If you're thirsty, drink. If you feel cold, avoid ice-cold water. If you need to refresh yourself, a little cold water is fine. But to truly nourish your body, warm water is your best option. The young man nodded, understanding the depth of this seemingly simple teaching. It's fascinating how something as basic as water temperature can have such a significant impact on our health, he reflected. The sage concluded, in life, small changes can yield great results. Just as a gentle breeze can change the course of a ship, adjusting the temperature of the water you consume can transform your well-being. Always remember, my young friend, that wisdom lies in the details. Water is medicine and its surprising benefits. Now you are ready to learn how water can be your best medicine, the sage continued. Imagine being able to relieve headaches, improve digestion, and even clear your mind with something as simple as H2O. The young man, intrigued, leaned forward. How is that possible, master? Can water do all of that? Ah, my young friend, replied the sage. Water is more powerful than most imagine. As the philosopher Thales of Miletus said, water is the principle of all things, and he was not wrong. The sage began to list the surprising benefits of water. First, water is a natural analgesic. Did you know that many headaches are simply a sign of dehydration? Drinking water consistently can prevent and relieve these headaches better than any pill. In fact, a study published in the European Journal of Neurology showed that people who increased their daily water intake experienced fewer episodes of migraines and headaches in general. Before we move on to the second surprising benefit of water, he added, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel with the bell icon so you don't miss future videos. And if you enjoy this type of content as much as I do, leave a comment. I love wisdom. By the way, also comment on what you'd like to see in future videos. I read all the comments. Let's keep learning together and improving our lives. Secondly, water is the best detoxifier. It cleanses your body of toxins and improves kidney function. It's like an internal cleaning crew working 24/7. According to the National Kidney Foundation, staying well hydrated helps prevent kidney stones and promotes the elimination of waste through urine. Thirdly, water enhances your digestion. It helps break down food and prevents constipation. Remember when we talked about drinking warm water? This is especially beneficial for your digestive system. Water acts as a lubricant for the intestines, facilitating the movement of food and waste through the digestive tract. The young man listened, fascinated. And what about the mind, master? You mentioned it can clear thoughts. Excellent observation, the sage agreed. The brain is largely composed of water, about 75%. Staying well hydrated improves concentration, memory, and mood. It's like giving your brain a refreshing bath from the inside. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that even mild dehydration can negatively affect cognitive functions, particularly concentration and alertness. But that's not all, continued the sage with a smile. Water can also be your ally in weight loss. Drinking a glass before meals helps you feel fuller and eat less. It's the cheapest and healthiest appetite suppressant available. A study published in the journal Obesity revealed that people who drank water before each meal lost 44% more weight over a 12-week period, compared to those who did not. The young man couldn't help but laugh. Master, you make water sound like magic. It's not magic, it's science, the sage replied. But there's more. Water improves your skin health by reducing wrinkles and giving it a natural glow. When you're well hydrated, your skin stays more elastic and less prone to wrinkles. Water also helps eliminate toxins that can cause acne and other skin issues. In fact, dermatologists like Dr. Joshua Zeisner recommend drinking sufficient water to maintain healthy and radiant skin. Additionally, water helps regulate body temperature and lubricates the joints. It's like oil for the machinery of your body. Keeping your joints well hydrated can prevent pain and stiffness, especially if you're physically active or suffer from arthritis. An article in the American College of Rheumatology highlights that proper hydration is crucial for maintaining cartilage elasticity and lubrication. "Now," said the sage, "let me tell you about Maria, a woman who came to me years ago with chronic health problems. I taught her these hydration techniques, and within a month, her headaches disappeared, her skin improved remarkably, and her energy soared. She said she felt like she had discovered the fountain of youth." The young man, impressed, asked, "Can everyone achieve these benefits, Master?" "Absolutely," responded the sage. "But remember, the key is consistency and listening to your body. It's not just about drinking more water, but drinking it the right way. It's also important to know that drinking too much water in a short period can lead to a condition called hyponatremia, where sodium levels in the blood drop dangerously low. Therefore, both the quantity and the pace of water consumption are crucial. As the famous Bruce Lee said, "Be like water. Adapt your intake to your needs. Be flexible but consistent. Water is life, and by harnessing its power, you are nourishing every cell of your being." The young man nodded, understanding the depth of this teaching. "Master, I never imagined that something as common as water could be so powerful." The sage concluded, "Water is one of the most fundamental elements of nature and yet one of the most underestimated in terms of its impact on our health. Harness its power, and you'll see your body, mind, and spirit flourish like never before." The hidden dangers, when water becomes an enemy. However, the sage continued gravely, "Even the most powerful can be a double-edged sword. Would you believe that water, our source of life, can also be our worst enemy?" The young man looked puzzled. "But Master, is that possible? After all, you've taught me so much about the benefits of water." "Precisely because of that, my dear apprentice," interrupted the sage. "Incomplete knowledge can be more dangerous than ignorance. Misused water can become a silent threat to our health." The sage paused dramatically before continuing. "Contaminated water is one of the greatest hidden dangers. It may seem pure but harbor harmful microorganisms. It's like a Trojan horse for your body, appearing as a gift but bringing destruction. Furthermore," he added, "don't forget that other beverages can masquerade as hydrating when they actually dehydrate you. Alcohol, for instance, is like a mirage in the desert of thirst. It makes you believe you're quenched when in reality you're losing more fluids." The young man nodded, understanding the depth of these teachings. "Master, is there a way to ensure that the water we drink is safe?" "Excellent question," replied the sage. "The quality of water is as important as the quantity. Ensure that your water source is reliable. If you're traveling, be cautious. As Benjamin Franklin said, 'In wine, there is wisdom. In beer, there is freedom. In water, there are bacteria." The wise man or sage continued, "But don't fear. With knowledge and caution, you can enjoy the benefits of water without falling into its traps. Remember, even seemingly healthy drinks can be misleading. Juices and sodas, for example, can contain so much sugar that instead of hydrating you, they dehydrate you. And let's not forget," the sage added with a wink, "that bottled water is not always better than tap water. Sometimes we pay more for the illusion of purity rather than a genuine difference in quality." The young man, processing all this information, reflected, "It's amazing how something as simple as water can be so complex." "Such is life, my young friend," the sage nodded. "Simplicity often hides great complexities, but with wisdom and attention, we can navigate these challenges and make the most of nature's gifts." The 7-Day Challenge: Transform Your Health. Now that you've learned the secrets of water, you're ready to test your determination, the sage said. The young man, intrigued, nodded eagerly. "What should I do, Master?" "I propose a challenge," responded the sage. "For the next 7 days, apply everything you've learned about the correct way to drink water. You'll see changes that will surprise you. This challenge is not a mere game. As the philosopher Socrates said, Consistency and direction are the shortest paths to success, and in this case, success translates to transformed health. The challenge is simple in its conception but powerful in its results. 1. Drink warm or room temperature water. 2. Take small, frequent sips throughout the day. 3. Listen to your body and drink when you feel thirsty. 4. Pay attention to the color of your urine to adjust your intake. 5. Drink a glass of warm water upon waking to activate your system. But master, interrupted the young man, how will we know if it's working? The sage smiled. Ah, the impatience of youth. Observe your body. You'll notice subtle but significant changes. Indeed, recent studies support the sage's wisdom. Dr. Batmangalij, in his book, Your Body's Many Cries for Water, asserts that proper hydration can relieve headaches and digestive problems within days. Imagine, continued the sage, that your body is like a dry garden. With this challenge, you're watering it the right way. You'll see how the flowers of your health start to bloom. The benefits you may experience in these 7 days are astonishing. Increased energy and vitality, improved digestion and reduced acidity, more radiant and hydrated skin, better concentration and mental clarity, and reduced headaches and joint discomfort. But remember, the sage warned, consistency is key. As Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Final lesson from the sage or wise man: be like water. The sun was beginning to set behind the mountains, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple. The young apprentice, his heart full of gratitude and his mind brimming with new knowledge, prepared to say goodbye to the wise elder. But the master had one final lesson to share, one that promised to transform not only how we drink water, but also how we face every challenge in life. My young friend, said the sage with an enigmatic smile, let me share with you the deepest secret of water. The young man nodded eagerly, anxious to absorb every drop of wisdom. Be like water, pronounced the elder, his eyes shining with ancient wisdom. The apprentice frowned, confused. Be like water? What does that mean, master? The sage smiled, pleased with his pupil's curiosity. Water, my dear apprentice, is the best life teacher you could have. Observe how it flows, adapting to every obstacle and always finding a way. It does not fight against the rock, it goes around it. It does not stagnate. It is in constant motion. This teaching echoed the words of the legendary Bruce Lee, who said, be water, my friend. Water can flow or it can crash. Be water. But master, interrupted the young man, how can I apply this to my life? Ah, that is the true lesson, replied the elder. When you face challenges, do not resist rigidly. Be flexible like water. When life presents obstacles, do not stop. Find new paths. And remember, even the softest water can, over time, erode the hardest rock. Persistence and adaptability are your best allies. Water benefits all things and does not compete with them. Even when water boils, it turns to steam and rises. So when life heats up, rise above the circumstances. The young man nodded, feeling the weight and lightness of these teachings. Thank you, master. I will never look at a glass of water the same way again. The sage added with an inspiring tone, now go and flow like water in your own journey. But before you leave, consider this. Life is a field full of challenges and opportunities. Do not limit yourself to what you already know. Set great goals that scare you, because only when you face the unknown you can discover the greatness within you. Life is hard, but you always have the power to react, adapt, and grow. The young man, inspired and with a heart full of purpose, nodded deeply. I promise to face every challenge with the flexibility and determination of water, and to dare to dream big, even if those dreams seem unattainable. With these words resonating in his mind, the young man bade farewell to the master, ready to face the world with a new perspective and renewed confidence. He knew that no matter how great the challenges, he would always have the power to choose how to react, adapt, and thrive. If you've made it this far, write in the comments that water is powerful. so I know who the victorious ones are who reached the end of this video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe Epictrophy channel, and activate the notification bell for more useful contents like this in the future. Share this video with your loved ones so they can implement this wisdom starting today, and consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. By becoming a member, you will not only be contributing financially to the channel, but also enjoying exclusive benefits. Thank you for your support. Now click on one of these two videos to keep nourishing your mind with wisdom. A warm hug and see you next time.